Done.
Dunzo.
Can
Good
you hear me?
show. Yes, I
So
can.
many good titles. Yeah,
Cool.
We can
Thanks for
actually
all the
hear
fish
that.
tracking.
that's funny.
I
Where's my
like that
video?
one.
Skintegrated Circuits.
Skintegrated. Yeah.
Two
I like it. Yeah,
two
these are
fish
good.
walk into a barcode. That's a little. That's a bit of a stretch for me.
Okay. All right.
Tracking Nemo. Almost funny.
Yeah.
Every tattoo has a GUI. Uh, what/is/Twitter. The fish chip tells all. I like that one. Uh, Massachusetts Institute of Tattoonology.
To knowledge.
Thin skin technology.
Mm.
Tattoo
Mm-hmm.
units by the
Arduino
skin
up your
of your
sleeve is good too.
skin proof standards. Let's see. There's Murmur. Veronica has a job. The Ubiquity Fishy Tracker. Track that fish.
I'm a pescatarian.
Yeah, I saw that get submitted in the chat room like immediately after you said it.
Um,
1,000 rubber duckies.
I
This is
think
the-
the
What do you
two
like?
top ones are equally good. I like both of them equally. I
All
don't
right.
know which
Well, I'm
one
still
to pick.
leveling. So
I
we've
would
got-
say Skintegrated Circuits because that ties in with the main discussion.
Yeah, that'll be the
yeah.
tiebreaker. Let's let him ride though. Get in there and vote if you're watching live. Showbot.tv.
Well, one of the mislabeled fish. Mislabeled fish. See, the problem with the whole tracking thing, though, is it really depends on the integrity of the shipper. Like, they're not going to substitute something along the way.
Well, that's why that Google Oceana joint project is so important to kind of give some validation to like
Yeah.
these boats are the ones that are doing what they say they're doing. And so you have a high level of confidence that they haven't done anything fishy.
Like they didn't harpoon Shamu and then masquerade it as rock cod.
Mostly they caught skate, but when they got back to shore, they said they had all these different kinds of fish.
It's like tuna, canned tuna. It's like could be dolphin meat.
Yeah.
Actually, it's never dolphin meat. So they
That
just
would be
kill
more
the
expensive,
dolphins.
wouldn't it?
Well, dolphin. I mean, all cetaceans are kind of fatty animals, so you would taste it. Subcutaneous blubber and all. They just.
Subcutaneous.
So you do the long line catch tuna.
All right, look like Skintegrated Circuits is it.
Oh yeah, it's starting to run away with it now. But remember, Usain Bolt looked like he was going to lose the 100-meter dash halfway through yesterday too. So
It's true. All right,
still
I have to
levelating.
go eat food.
yeah, go eat
that
some
okay?
fish. We've made you hungry.
Tuna.
All right,
fish.
thanks, guys.
All right, thanks, Veronica.
See you later. Bye.
Can you imagine if you did something where, like, I just thought of a great thing for the circuit, right? You do it between your fingers or your toes. And so if you need to, you can, like, you're in an emergency and you need to send out a distress beacon. You can just, like, close your fingers and it completes the circuit.
So you're thinking this could solve the issue of the automatic phone thing that we were talking about last week.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, because you just have it tattooed on you.
Right. I mean, probably your feet probably wouldn't be a great place because it'd be all sweaty from walking. But your hands, unless you can do it between your butt cheeks, and then you have to clench really hard, complete the
Not sure I
circuit.
like that idea. Not sure I like that idea.
Clench to complete the circuit.
What if you just are watching a scary movie and you accidentally set it off?
But like you say, like you would have to, I guess someone could smack your hand too. But like it'd be like, I'm in trouble. I can, like you could, you know what? It could be like a prayer. You could hold your hands together like this, so it's like you're praying for your life. But what you're really doing is completing a circus to send up the emergency beacon.
Say your prayers, rabbit.
Okay.
All right, Skintegrated Circuits is our choice.
Skintegrated circuits. Circuits that are skin-integrated.
They're integrated into your skin. That's how you know you're gonna win.
Can you imagine if you did a modern version of the Illustrated Man?
The Skintegrated Man?
Well, like all his tattoos are just like those. They're just basically those semiconductive tattoos, and you can play them like an instrument. Can
Oh
you
yeah, it'd
imagine?
be like real life operation.
Oh, you know what? You could be like you could connect it to an Arduino board, connect it to like a synthesizer module, and
Uh-huh.
then you could like tattoo like keys on your forearms and have people come up and like play you, so to
Yeah.
speak. It's a
Don't play me
good way to break the ice when you're a bar at a singles bar. Hey, ladies, would you like to play a little tune?
on my wrist. I'm not sure about that one, Roger. I'm not sure. I just don't know anymore. I probably should date more if I'm going to understand that,
You should.
but I won't because I don't need to, thankfully.
Well, stop being so bound by society's
By social
expectations.
norms. Why are you so uptight, man?
Yeah, come on, it's the 2010s.
It's the teens. So, the house 2 doors up caught fire last night.
What? Like, wait, was this the house that they're working on?
No,
Oh,
it's the other direction from the house they're working on. Uh,
so wait, were you advised to vacate your house?
no, we didn't. Although I immediately went and grabbed my phone, put on the scanner, and put collars on the dogs, and got my wallet in my pocket and everything just in case. Because at first, when they first showed up, there was smoke coming out of the top of the house, and they jumped up on the top of the house with a chainsaw. Uh,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, this will be interesting. And they were there for a couple hours before they finally put it all out. But within like 15, 20 minutes, it seemed like they had the majority of it under control.
Typically, they want to see where if there's any other smoldering that could reignite, which is the problem,
Yeah,
especially with furniture.
it seemed like they were spending a lot of time around the fireplace. Even though
Oh,
what my neighbor, her daughter lives in that house, so it's my neighbors, and then their daughter lives next to them, and she said it was the microwave that started the fire. But I can imagine it might have spread, and who knows. But yeah, this
yeah.
is the second time there's been a fire on this block
Uh-oh.
in a year.
Wait a minute. So there was another home,
The
or is
last
this
one was two doors up the other direction. The
the
house
one
on
they're
the other
working
side
on?
no, the house on the other side of the one they're working on.
Oh,
The one they're working on has never caught fire because they're still always working on it.
maybe.
But
Mm,
the house, that one was caused by somebody throwing a cigarette into the recycling bin and catching all the paper on fire. So
like, was it the homeowner that did that, or is it just some
it's
passerby?
rented. It's rented
Yeah.
out.
Oh, that's the worst thing. That always freaks me out. A fire.
Yeah, we would not have been able to leave our driveway had we needed to go anywhere. We didn't, but they had the whole street blocked off. I was ready. I was ready for them to be like, ladies and gentlemen, the whole thing's out of control. We can't stop it,
That's why I have renter's
which
insurance.
almost
Just
never
paranoid,
happens.
paranoid, paranoid.
Well, renter's insurance also is just a good idea.
Yeah. Although, supposedly if my car gets robbed and it's in front of my house, they
Yeah,
cover that too.
exactly.
But it can't be on the other side of town.
We had to get it, and it covers one thing we didn't realize was it covers dogs too.
Like if someone took your dog, they give you a replacement dog.
I wasn't. I don't know. That's a good question. More like if the dog does something
Oh,
on your
okay.
property, you're covered. Like it chews up. It's dog bites mostly, which I'm not
Yeah.
worried about. But like even damage, if they damage somebody's property, chews it up. That's what I would more expect could happen.
Oh, Shane says Ace Detect here in Brooklyn. We have suspicious fires all the time. Those old factories tend to blow up real good and miraculously turn into luxury condos.
Yeah, I've been watching the Get Down, Shane. I'm aware of that. It's kind of the whole premise of that first episode.
Yeah, it's pretty shady in some of those spots. Having family worked in that business and have had to rub shoulders with
Mm,
that level of business. What do you want done? Okay.
no questions asked. Yeah, no, neither one of these fires on my block were of that
Suspicious.
classification. One was was just like, come on, you don't throw a lit cigarette out into a big thing full of paper. Like, think first. The other one was a microwave fire, which that happens to people.
I have a hard time finding people that smoke anymore if that's not like outside of a bar. Except, oh no, let me take that back. Smoke cigarettes.
You are in San Francisco after all.
Man, it's got like we were driving back from Modesto, and I was driving on the overpass through when you go into San Francisco from the Bay Bridge. Man, you could smell it already. It's like, come on, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, that can't be real. You're imagining that.
No, Jen smelt it too. It's like we either drove right over
You must have.
something.
That must have just been a lucky thing.
My neighbor, that 2 doors down, man,
Uh,
she opens the window and there's a cloud that gets sucked in through my skylight in the bathroom, and it's
that's crazy.
it's annoying.
All right, I believe I have successfully posted our show. Oh, no, I see an error. This is why I check. Using a screen reader, click here. Why did that not? Oh, there's.
Did
I
you
got
not?
the wrong. Yeah, no, I know what I did. I put the wrong link. I put the embed code in the using a screen reader code. How did I do that? That's the part I don't understand. All right. That's why I check. See, the system is working.
It is working for you.
Working for me. Okay, now the embed code went away. Well, this is fun.
Strong episode. Strong episode. Cancel.
This is how we make sausage.
Yeah, like sausage.
There we go. Now everything's there.
Is
Awesome.
there such a thing as beef sausage? Because most sausage I see is pork.
Pork, yeah, and chicken. Yeah, sure, you can make beef. Why wouldn't you be able to?
I'm thinking. No, I'm just
There's
thinking.
beef hot dogs. That's essentially a sausage.
Yeah, I'm a little skeptical of the claims of all beef.
Are you?
Yeah.
We need a tracking system like the fish.
It's yeah, that's the thing. I want to cut back on fish too to ones that are sustainably harvested, but
Mm-hmm.
it's hard because there's a lot of endangered species like
That are so tasty that you can't resist them.
well, they mislabel like Chilean sea bass can be the Patagonian
Well,
toothfish, or it can
that's
be.
the whole idea with this system is to make sure those mislabelings would be.
I just go for farm fish. I go for tilapia.
Yeah, and
Tilapia.
you can find farm fish. Like there was a story today about farm fish now is like more prevalent than unfarmed fish.
Except for salmon. Farm salmon's bad, supposedly. Introduces fish lice, sea lice, into the wild populations, decimating them.
Pretty much doing anything as a human is bad.
Yeah.
We should just leave.
I am gonna go get an icy.
Are you really?
No.
No.
I wish I knew where there was an icy. They're really hard to find now. And like,
Does
unless
7-Eleven not have them anymore?
there's no
I guess they have
7-Eleven near me.
slushies,
I don't have
yeah.
any 7-Elevens within 3 miles of me. It's
Yeah,
it's
we have
weird. They
7-Elevens
used to
all
be.
over the place down here.
Well, it's because
Target
it's.
has ices,
Oh, huh.
I think.
There's a city Target near me. I don't know if the city Targets have the same
Yeah.
food options.
I got chicken McNuggets at the Walmart on Friday, and the shapes were exactly the same as always.
Wait, so is it a McDonald's?
I'm guessing, yeah, because they have a McDonald's at the Walmart. That's what made me think of it. And I'm guessing that they've changed the recipe, but not the form of the chicken McNuggets.
Does it taste more or less like chicken?
It tastes exactly like it always has.
All it is mechanically separated leftover chicken after they get all the prime cuts.
It's like when you at the end of Thanksgiving when you're just pulling the meat off of the turkey bones, the little scraps.
That's totally what they do.
Yep.
You know what? The food industry is probably one of the more efficient because nothing is wasted.
Yeah.
Everything is used.
There's a that whole idea of running a grocery store is so complicated. Like I know there's a good system for it, but like keeping things fresh and then knowing how to stock inventory so that you make money and then knowing what to do with the things that don't sell but can still be resold or turned into something else, like it's so complex.
Well, didn't was it France or one of those countries mandated that produce, like bad produce or end of shelf life produce, had to be given to charity, like instead of just being dumped?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do something similar here. They take things from the Whole Foods that they can't sell anymore and they give them to the senior center. Because one day my neighbor was like, "Do you want any of this stuff?" They gave it to me and I don't want it. She was actually much nicer when she said it than I did.
She didn't have it
no.
Well, they probably gave it because the fruit's all soft and it's easier to chew for the older folks.
That is not why. It wasn't even the fruit.
I remember the canned food store, Modesto. Now it's a Staples, but they basically had like the last 2 weeks shelf life of a canned food, and they sold it at like 60% off.
Railroad Salvage in Mulberry Grove used to do that too. Some of it was actually railroad salvage, but a lot of it was just that kind of outlet.
Wait a minute, so it was actually okay.
Yeah, railroad salvage started as a guy who would go around whenever there was a train wreck of a freight train, and he would buy up the stuff that fell off the freight train. And he'd go through and he'd get rid of all the dinged and damaged stuff that he couldn't sell, and then he'd find gems and he would put it in his store.
I don't mind if it's dinged as long as it's not from like botulism or something
right.
But that would swell the can.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we did. I that's where I got Splinter of the Mind's Eye. That was at Railroad Salvage in Mulberry Grove.
Huh. Interesting.
It was a 3-pack of Star Wars, the novel, Splinter of the Mind's Eye, and then I can't remember what the third book was. I think it was like a making of like a.
So wait, it came off the train that way, or did they just package it that way?
So well, like what probably happened, because when you go to the store, they would just have the books on the shelf for sale. But what probably happened was there was a box of those books on a freight car that was in an accident and got thrown off the train, and so he went and bid to like just buy the stuff that had fell off the train.
And they shrink wrapped it, like all 3 books together?
Well, the books were already shrink wrapped. That's the way they were supposed to be sold in the stores.
Got it.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining this guy like taking all these books. And just
No. Wasn't like that. All right.